Hola, hola a todos. Hoy vamos a continuar nuestra conversación sobre los verbos irregulares, en particular los verbos de IR or IR, irregular verbs. Here we go, friends. All right, so we've already been over that our AR and ER, irregular verbs, have stem changes from, for example, we have E to IE, and we have O to UE, just a bit of a review. However, for IR verbs, they not only have the E to IE or O to UE stem change, but they also include one extra, which is the E to I. So we have the E to IE, we have the E to I, and we have the O to UE. And just like we mentioned before, those endings did not change from the very first set that we learned, which were the O, S, E, imos, is, and en. There we have it. So looking at our very first verb here, this is an E to IE. So we see this second E in the verb that we are going to do that stem change with. And we see that taking example here like in yo prefiero, ending in O there, right? Still keeping in mind those same endings that we learned previously. If you prefer, it becomes tú prefieres, my es ending. He prefers, él prefiere. Now remember, when we get to our nosotros and the vosotros form, we see no stem change. So it conjugates just like any other normal verb that we've done so far. So we have nosotros preferimos and vosotros preferís. However, we do go back to our stem change for ellos, and we see that as ellos prefieren. Vale. All right, so for this one, we are also looking at another E to IE stem change. However, this verb, venir, is one of the verbs that we consider to be extra irregular, right? We had a pretty good list of those going on between our AR and our ER verbs, and we're just simply adding to it right now. And we see this conjugation of vengo, right? So yo vengo is I come. However, we go back to that normal stem change like we've been practicing with the following. So we have tú, and we see that new ending again back of es. If she comes, it becomes ella viene. Now, if we come, it has no stem change. It's simply venimos. Same thing for y'all. Vosotros venís. However, if they are coming over, it changes to ellas vienen, right? And just like we mentioned a moment ago before, that venir has that irregular yo form, so this is considered extra irregular. Make sure you add it to your list. All right, the next one that we're looking at is an E to I stem change. So a little bit different here. This is one of our new ones. Also, just as simple as the others. We take our E here in the middle and we stem change it to the I. So it becomes yo, for example, pido. So if I ask or if I request, yo pido is what we should see. If you ask, it becomes tú pides. If you formally ask, it becomes usted pide. Now remember, if we ask, no stem change, friends. Nosotros pedimos. Same thing in Spain. Vosotros pedís. And then finally, if you all ask for or request something, it becomes ustedes piden. Súper bien, amigos. Continuamos. All right, we do see another E to I stem change, and this is seguir. So we take the E here and we flip it. However, once again, we have come across an extra irregular because it has that extra irregularity in that yo form. And this form should look like sigo. So yo sigo. Muy bien. Yo sigo. We do see the stem change come back with tú sigues, right? We do have that es ending there. And if he follows or continues, it becomes él sigue. Nosotros, we follow, we continue. Seguimos, no stem change. Same thing for vosotros, guys. Seguís. And then finally, if you guys follow, if y'all, becomes siguen. Right? There we have it. And again, this is considered extra irregular because it's not only irregular throughout, but the yo form is extra special. So now we're tapping into our O to UE stem change for an IR verb. This verb is dormir, which is to sleep, one of my favorite things to do and possibly maybe one of yours. So maybe it's a very important verb to add to our list. So to say I sleep, that O changes to the UE and I now have yo duermo, right? If you sleep, it becomes tú duermes. If she sleeps, ella duerme. Now, if we sleep, we should see dormimos, no stem change. Vosotros dormís, you all sleep. And then if they sleep, it becomes ellos duermen, right? We have that en ending there. All right, we are almost through, my friends. Keep it up. The very last one that I wanted to go over with is salir. And this verb is not extra irregular, but it is only irregular in the yo form. So remember we did have a few of those, like our verb hacer, saber. Both of those verbs had an irregularity in the yo form, but the rest of them worked just like any other normal verb we've had. And salir is just going to be added to that list. This verb means to leave or to exit. Also means to like go out, like on a date or for the evening. Pretty versatile. So to say I leave, I exit, I go out, it becomes salgo, right? However, the rest of them, like we said, are just normal. We have tú sales, please do not say sales, and do not say usted sale, all right? It is sales and sale, right? All right, I knew you could do it. Next we have nosotros salimos, we leave. Vosotros salís, y'all leave, or ustedes salen, or you all everywhere else leave. Excelente, amigos. All right, so I guess the last thing that I wanted to do, remember how in our last video we talked a bit about how those irregular yo forms might start to look a lot alike. I thought we would compile a list together. Now, some of these might be extra irregular verbs that we go over, or they might be like salir, where they're only irregular in the yo form. But hopefully this little pattern will still help you commit to memory what those conjugations are for those particular verbs. All right, so let's see what we've got here. To say I have, remember we have yo, and that verb tener changes to tengo, right? Muy bien. To say I do or I make, it should look like yo hago, I do or I make. I remember we had I put on our list, and that should be yo pongo. Muy bien, so tengo, hago, pongo. Muy bien, we're seeing the pattern. Let's hop over to some that we had today. Remember we had to come, and if I conjugate it for yo, it should look like vengo right there. Also, we have I follow or I continue, which was sigo. So yo sigo. And then we concluded today with the opposite. I leave or I exit. And that was, of course, yo salgo. All right. So hopefully some of these will stick out in your mind there. Some of them are extra irregular. Some of them are only in the yo form. But hopefully nailing down these tenses will be a breeze. And friends, that is everything that I have for you today. Muchísimas gracias por todo. Hope you all have a wonderful day and nos vemos pronto. Adiós, amigos.